Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too, thank you.
Good.
Okay, so today we're going to kind of go over what you said in the interview about how you and Richard first met.
Right.
And kind of use these actors to kind of illustrate what happened.
Hello. Hi, Liz. Hi, Tom.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go over the bit where you kind of looked over to each other in that party.
Yeah, very well.
Was that was in Rome, the party?
It was in Rome. It was just before we started shooting, wasn't it?
Yeah. So can we put up some props?
Oh, lovely! What are we sticking them up?
Good. Okay then. So I want to go over that first part where you kind of put each other's eyes in the room.
Right.
Can you talk a bit about that and
Yeah.
how it went?
Well, we were at a party. It was the sort of drinks party before we started rehearsal. I think we started rehearsal in 2 days' time actually because, we don't want to have too much of a hangover. And I remember really clearly actually, I was in a conversation with a young woman who was nice but quite boring. And I noticed that Richard was standing over there. And I was aware of him, but we hadn't actually spoken yet, but obviously I knew what he looked like. He's a very familiar face. And I felt him looking at me. You know when you can just tell somebody's looking at you.
So you knew he was over there?
I knew
so
he was over there.
The person who was looking at you was...
Yeah, and I wasn't really involved in the conversation that I was in because I was so aware of him standing over there. Because he had this sort of amazing presence really, I suppose. And he was quite a long way away actually. It was probably about this distance, something like that. And he was kind of side on. Maybe a little bit more than side on, maybe like that. And he was talking to a whole group of people.
Okay.
And he seemed to be quite into the conversation and quite animated. But every now and again, I could feel him just sort of turning and looking at me and being aware of me over there. And that was about it, really.
Okay.
So where we stood almost mirror, were you this side or were you...
Yeah, I think that, but as soon as I realised that he was in the room, which was immediately, quite soon, I turned myself so that he could see me clearly. Yeah, so perhaps, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so shall we try and play out
That look.
Yeah.
So, Tom, if you can kind of play him so that it's almost quite an obvious look. He's not really disguising the fact that he's looking at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he like the centre of attention of all these people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be all the people.
Okay, you be all the people, and I'll be Mrs. Boring.
Yeah.
Who you were talking to. So he comes in, greets them, starts the kind of animated discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. That'd be good. And we're just having a conversation
About
About-
the film, about...
Yeah, and she was quite gushy, so she was sort of saying,
She was very
you
excited.
were really excited about playing Cleopatra, what do you think about it? And all those kind of things. And then he came in, and immediately you knew. So there you go. And you were aware. But the conversation kept going. Carrying on. Yeah, and he's doing that kind of very sort of over the top.
Greeting.
Yeah.
Which you can't have but miss.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. And then so you two, and then you kind of turned. I sort of turned so that he could see me properly. Do you know what I mean? And I probably was. I don't know if I stand like that. I was looking at my hands. I might be playing with my hair or something, you know. I'm trying to look lovely and then wait for him to do the invention. So it didn't take too long. It didn't take that long. It was quicker than that. Until you realised that she was there. That I was there.
Okay.
And then straight afterwards he looks.
Straight afterwards he looks. You see him the second that he walks into the room.
Okay. And I change the angle.
Yeah. So we're.
So try and get this look in it when he does do it.
Okay. So here we go. So we're having a presentation. There's a patch of red, and you see him, and he's there, and then you turn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you catch his eye when he looks at you. And there he is. And that was it.
Okay.
That was good.
So is that how it was like?
Yeah, that was the first look. And then the conversation you were, by then I was.
Did you have a drink with us?
Yes.
Did Richard?
Yeah, he came in with a drink actually. Have I told you that? Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
We did talk about that, didn't we? Yeah.
How come? Thank you.
And playing the person that you were talking to.
Yeah. Okay, so should we do it one more time?
Forward to starting.
Have you ever done anything? And then you turn it. And he's still looking at it. There it is. Yeah.
Cool.
It was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay. And so then what happened? How did you?
So then I was stuck in this conversation, but I knew that I wanted to go here because he was definitely having a nice time. And the looks got more significant to the point where it would probably be a bit weird if I didn't go over and speak to him.
Yeah.
So I excused myself from this conversation. I think I said something like, I was going to get another glass of wine, or I can't really remember what it was. It was one of those pathetic excuses that wasn't really an excuse, it was just a reason to get out of the way.
And a glass of water, because my wine is still full.
Yeah. So you turned, you excused yourself.
Oh yeah, we're this way.
Oh, this way, weren't we? Yeah.
Sorry, would you excuse me? I need to get a glass of water.
Okay, really nice to meet you. And you walked across, and you just said hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Elizabeth. Can we shake hands?
Yeah, shake hands.
I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I can
Nice
agree
to meet you.
Liz.
But I allow him. Do you ask?
I don't think he actually asked because he's really one of those quite brash and confident.
Okay.
He just said, "Hi Liz, really nice to meet you."
Yeah.
And instead of what I usually would have done in that situation, because also, you know, I would have said, actually, not call me Liz usually, but I didn't with him because he was so kind of, you know,
Yeah.
sexy. I felt it. Anyway, so,
Hello, I'm Elizabeth. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
and you said, oh, I caught your eye over there and I thought it would be rude
Oh,
to not say hi or something.
I caught your eye from across the room and I thought I'd come over and say hello
I'm just in the end.
and introduce myself.
Again, we have that conversation, to be fair. It's a
Was it-
pretty tawdry event.
It's a good excuse for
Are
mine.
you enjoying the wine?
It's lovely.
Are you a fan of wine?
I'm a fan of wine, this wine.
Just,
It's always the same at these parties.
always the same, really. Do you know what it is? I've got a cellar for 5 years.
Do you know what it is?
Well, it's, I think it's Australian or something like that. I'm a fan of the sort of French wines. I don't know. Have you had a French wine?
Do you like this wine?
Yeah.
So you actually like this wine?
Yeah, I like it as maybe something to throw at someone. If you had to, but to ingest, it's not really what I choose. It's nice to chat to someone who's not a boring PR person or writer, to be honest.
Are you looking forward to filming?
Very excited to be working with you, Liz, yeah. Are you
I'm very
excited?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a cracking role to get stuck into.
And then
It'll certainly be a challenge.
That was really great. That was really very similar to how it was. Then I definitely would have, I think I was really quite bowled over by his confidence.
Okay.
So that was great, Tom. Then I would have brought it on quite quickly to ask him about his experience of doing Shakespeare on stage because it was something that I was really interested in. And also, I'd heard a lot about his performances. So if you can, then just leave
Bring
it.
that in.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to the role. And also to working with you. I'd love to hear about your experiences with Shakespeare.
Well, I never met him, unfortunately. I've done quite a lot of work with his texts. Well, to be honest, we're excited to be working on the screen with people like yourself. It's a completely different discipline, isn't it? And I'm worried I'm going to have to be taking myself down all the time, shouting before
Well,
acting
maybe
all
we
the
can
time.
help each other out. You can tell me how to
No, I
talk
really
my
appreciate
Shakespeare correctly.
Talk your Shakespeare. Is it Shakespeare? Yes, we should probably be working on that. Yes, the Shakespeare. He has his own words now. He has his own words. Very, very interesting writer. Had you worked with him at all before? Have you? No?
No, but I'm looking forward to working with Joe on the film.
Joe?
I said to Joe that...
Director.
I've had a few meetings with Joe. He's, sorry.
No, that was great. Towards the end of the conversation, you said, this just came back to me, but I think we talked about it in the interview, didn't we, Simon, about the fact that he asked if we could go, you had discovered, I think the day before, this really lovely little wine bar. Where did we say, was it around the corner? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think around
the corner. And that you kind of hatched a little plan. He asked you, and I was really quite, oh my God, it's amazing. And you said, let's go and get a much better glass of wine. And were really sort of, you were in a way quite suggestive about it, as if you already knew that there was this chemistry going on and that something was happening. So if you could go for that next, and I was obviously very keen to go and to leave and to get away from all the borings.
Okay.
And that was about it. So go for.
Okay.
If you want to go from, you did it really well when you were talking about, when you were saying about how it's different disciplines, so your concerns about playing it down for camera compared to your stage work, go from there.
Well, personally, I'm just hoping I can come across as well on film as people say that I do on the stage. It's apparently completely different, but they tell me it's all about playing it down and not.
We can help each other out in that respect, maybe. Can you tell me how to speak my Shakespeare correctly?
Well, maybe we can have a few private sessions learning on that. I don't know. Have you been around the area at all? Have you seen?
I don't know the area.
There's a wonderful
don't.
little wine bar just around the corner. I don't know. They could go there and get a much better glass of wine together.
It's a great idea, fantastic.
Maybe some nibbles or something.
Of course, absolutely.
What you fancy? Might chuck us down the toilet and put you outside the 5 or something.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
That was brilliant. That was it. This guy takes me back.
Yeah.
He was very funny. He had that about him always.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, next we're going to watch the film, the scene where you two kiss.
Okay, great.
So those two can see it, and you can talk us through what it's going to do on at the time. So,
Okay.
okay.
Can you sit down?
Right, so you got 20 seconds.
Remember, I want you to forget, please. Forget? I can never be more far away from you than this. Remember, I want you to forget,
So that's one take of that. Okay, we'll just watch it one more time.
Yeah.
Remember, I want you to forget, please. Forget? I can never be more far away from you than this. Remember.
So do you remember doing that?
Yes, very clearly.
Can you talk us through a little bit about
Well, I'm pretty sure that it was the first time that we really